Man 1976 here. We are on the way to check out a 2001 Ford Ranger. The customer says the truck has been sitting for a while and wants to get it running again to see what it's going to take. I think they like Ford Rangers. So it's been sitting for, I think she said, about 6 months. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Looks like a bird has decided to build a nest in the grill. Yeesh. I have a flat tire. We got a lot of pine straw to deal with. So they got a rake. Convenient, they got a rake. So I'm gonna clean up around it a little bit, and when I come back, we will pop the hood on this bad boy and see what's up. All right. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it had a headset or something put on it. Let's see here. Pop in the hood. Four banger. Nothing seems tore down. Yeah, they got a bird nest in the radiator. Anything else? Let's see here. She said the radiator hose is off. Belt seems to be intact. If they had taken the radiator hose off in the fall, yeah. Radiator hose is off. Sit down there, we'll have to put the radiator hose back on. No big deal. Fill it back up with water. You grab a battery tester. We're going to see if his battery's any good. Walk over here. Yep, I'll need that. Just not right now. The TOPDON BT20 battery tester. I got a video review on this. Let's see if she's hot or not. Nope, she's dead. Dead as a turkey. So not gonna be that easy. Which means looks like I'm going to move some stuff. Or pull up over there. Oh well. The life of a mechanic.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Now, since I do not have a battery charger or jump pack, we're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Since I got to charge this, since I got to tire up anyway, we're just going to let the battery do double duty. We're going to put the charging system on the old Dakota to test, and we're going to air that tire up. Now, you may be asking, what's the point of this? Well, one, if that battery will take a charge, that battery will take a charge, she won't have to buy a new one. She's prepared to. She says she can afford it, but if that battery will charge, we're gonna let it charge. This, however, we're just gonna let it run. We're gonna let it air up. And we're giving my charging system a good workout. In the meantime, Papa needs it. Alright, so we're going to go the full 35 on this tire. I got the water hose hooked back up. My handy dandy slip joint 10-inch, or these are 8-inch slip joint J-Tech tool water pump plier, locking water pump pliers. Not a sponsor, just first time I've used them since I bought them. Pretty good little pliers. So while we're waiting for the battery to charge a little more, we're going to see about popping the grill shell off. And getting that bird nest out, which will require some power. Let's see, those are what, 1/4 inch? Toolbox here. Let's see, I need that and that. Well, I quartered 6mm. Of course, somebody gives me a hard time about my tools. I had some tools stolen. When you have tools stolen and you're poor, you gotta get what you can get. Nope, not 6. Are they 8mm or 7? You know, Ford's always got to do something crazy. Ah, yeah, 7. Let's see. those. Sit y'all down for just a second while I pop this grill shell out. There we go. It just, oh, well, it did. Yeah, Ford, you're a piece of shit.
You saw nothing.
All right, let's see here. Get our little bird nest out. Clean that off a little bit. See about snapping that back in. There we go. Ah, yes. Well, some of the clips came out. Some of them decided to stay in. Isn't that nice? Oh well, we'll work that out. Yeah, battery's charged enough. What we'll do is we'll turn it off. Come down here, we'll disconnect those first, and then these. What we're going to do is we're going to let it sit while we pour water in that. She said she didn't need any antifreeze in it because she's just trying to get it moved, because she's in the process of moving, so she just wants it where it'll crank and run. So what we'll do, let's get some of this trash off of here. One thing we need to check before we crank, check this, make sure we don't have any surprises in it. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is add our water and hit the hole. And we just let it run down. A quick way to kind of siphon water in there is just to squeeze the radiator hoses and create a siphon action. If you can reach the lower radiator hose, it works really well to do. But just a quick pump on the hoses creates a siphon action to get some initial water in there. Look to make sure we don't have any leaks. Looks good. Finish this jug of water. Now we're just going to let that kind of work its way down while we grab our TOPDON BT20 battery tester, not a sponsor. And just Well, she's holding 12 volts. There we go. There you can see it, 12 volts. Can we test it? She's low. She's bad low. Bad flacking. Voltage is medium. It's got a good recovery on it. But she's bad low. So that means one of two things. She's not sufficiently charged, or she's got a dead cell. We'll find that out here shortly. If you're going to be doing a lot of work, sometimes it's good to carry some Windex with you. Number one, because this is great for finding pressure leaks in tires. And two, it's great for cleaning windows on cars that have been sitting for any length of time. I'm just going to spray that on real good and let it sit for a minute. Let it kind of break down all that pine tree goop. This thing has been accumulating by the fact that pine needles are all over it. Kind of windows here, because I think she said her windows don't work, which is something I'm probably going to get called in on when she gets it running. Figure out what's up with them. She says she's replaced the switches in them, but still don't work. So one of two things: either there's a fault in the communication between the body control module and the windows, or there's something that needs to be reset. We'll see. All right, we got the keys, or at least I believe they're the keys. Now, the first thing I like to do to a vehicle that's been sitting for a minute, trailer crank, especially fuel injected, make sure it's in neutral. What we're going to do is we're going to turn the key on. Just turn that off so that it doesn't slack off. So we'll turn it off. We'll turn it on a few times. Make sure the fuel pump is primed. And then, okay. No, we didn't have enough juice to crank. So what we're gonna do is fire up little grill. Make sure we got some good positive connection here. And
alive! It's alive! It's alive!
all right, before anybody asks, yes, I checked the oil. It has oil in it. It's full. The first thing we're going to do, now that we got it running, is throw our TOPDON BT20 battery tester on here. Getting a connection. Low battery. We got a low test. I may do an insert on the actual battery test. It's not showing. Hang on just a second.
Moments later.
Okay, so I have to figure out my charging here. She is charging. Kind of fluctuating a little bit. I've got a feeling that fluctuation comes from the battery itself being weak. So we're gonna let it run for a little bit. The water over here looking. Water looks good. There's our hose connection down there on the bottom looking. So, get it in focus here. Don't see any drips. So that's usually a good sign. Battery charging looks good. Zoom out a little bit here. There we go. Took me a second to figure out how to hook it up because apparently it does not like side post battery clamps. That's cool. Right now she's running. Let's check our gauges. See how our gauges look. Everything looks normal. Fluctuation on the speedometer kind of makes me curious. Seems to be idling fine. Oil pressure looks good. Battery's a little low. Temperature hadn't come up yet. So mainly what you wanted me to do is get this thing cranked. So I guess I'll finish checking this battery out and we'll go from there. Oh, I did get the windows clean. Let's see how she's stabilized charging. She was rather angry a minute ago. My pressure off. Oh yeah, so the way she's tossing and turning, she ain't happy. Let's see if we can get this thing to give us a test. And we'll start testing the battery. And then my job is done. Full. She says she's full. Oh yeah, you can see it over there in the tank. Bubbling in the way. She got a blow head gasket, people. That wasn't what I was called to diagnose it for, but that's definitely what she's got. Alright, so let's turn it off. We'll let it calm down for a minute. Sure. You know, it's the Ford, you gotta completely turn it off. Now, that's what I call it a static drop, where you turn the battery off and you see how long if it drops. I'm gonna say if it drops below 12 volts in about 60 seconds, then you get a bad battery. So we're gonna sit here and we're gonna watch it. Of course, I'll be sure and speed this up so you don't have to suffer through it. Almost 60 seconds. Wish I'd brought my phone stand. I'd prop this thing up. All right, we're 60 seconds. So, go back. 12.1, let's see if she'll crank again. If she'll crank. Here's a real test. Nope, she's a goner. She's a goner. All right, let me call my customer and see if she wants just to go. If she wants me to pick up a new battery or what she wants to do. So, all right, if any more comes up on this one, I will be adding to. Anyway, so I got off the phone with my customer. she wants a new battery. So that means I'm going to pull that one out, run to town, get a new battery, and so she can take it wherever she wants it to take, So that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Again, I am Triggerman 1976. I hope you kind of learned something. If not, hey, thanks for watching. God bless.